Check this out. Man, they redid this Joker for real. They upped their game on the beauty of it. Man, they got double lanes here too. Man. Quite the accomplishment. Alright. They finally finished this thing. Look at the upgrades out here, guys. Man. This place is gonna be around forever. Thank you, Lord. They even got more parking. That's what I'm talking about. About dang time we made it back. For real. I only came up here once last year, I think. And I tried to do it big time too. I ended up cleaning half the day. What a beautiful place. Wonder if we're gonna be feeling some vibrations up the hillside within the rock. Gotta keep a cool lookout for the lone ones out here. Beautiful. Man, look at that. Imagine being out here when it's 104 degrees, 93. You talk about a perfect chill zone. Fresh mountain water. Ain't nothing like it. Don't think I'll be taking too many pictures today. You're gonna say, why not? You're the king of pictures. Well, because every time I come up here, I take a couple of hundred. I think the only difference most of the time is that the clouds change, and that's it. So I think it's about time I just lay off the camera for a bit and just take it all in the memory, the mind, and not leave that to the camera. I've been thinking about a few things that have to do with my life lately, at least for the past 3 or 4 months. And I've been thinking about a lot of things that come to mind, like the human memory. I'm always about recording, but every time I try to remember a certain thing, a certain detail about an experience that I was looking to be involved with, go out and find. It seems like I'm having a hard time remembering unless I go back and look at the videos and the images. It's almost like I'm putting all the work on the camera to do all the memorization for me. It's almost like I can't even remember a dang thing unless I record or take pictures of something. But then what happens if the images are erased? The videos are deleted, corrupted, hard drive stolen, lost, electrocuted. What happens to the memory then? Because it wasn't stored in my memory bank. I gotta start thinking about that. Listen to the sounds of the wind blowing through the landscape. I wonder if they're going to be talking out here. If I did some kind of lengthy EVP session, maybe a handful of them, I bet they would be talking. I don't get it though. It's like, how come every time I try to start recording, kids start to scream at the falls? Why would you scream on the falls? Are you falling down the falls? It only happens when I start to record. And then when I stop, they stop. I don't know how far I'm going to go today. It's endless out here. That's what I'm always looking for. Endlessness when it comes to the life out here. It's almost like I'm just happy just to see it and I don't have to travel through it because I know it's always going to be here. Are you all going to be out here today? They're here. I feel it, man. What the heck is going on here, man? Now I'm feeling electrified right after I said that. Whole body feels like a jolt of electricity. Well, static. Excuse me. What the heck is that noise? What do you have to say to us today? You've always said a lot. About that time, I sat down. Every time I come up here, I stand for a few minutes and I take off. Of course I'm going down. Hey, look, looks like a tree fell. Hence the replacement lumber right here. Imagine that kind of Da Vinci style working. What you know about that? I don't know about you, but being this high up with these type of stairs, I just don't know about them sometimes. I mean, think about it. Is it better for a heavy guy like me to step on the middle or on the side? Because the sheer force on the side might be worse. Welcome to heaven. Would you look at that? World famous spot right there. For some reason, the kids love to play in that one little spot. This is where the adults hang out. That's like the preschool, the daycare behind us. The miniature waterfall. Hey, check out the size of the salamander. That joker's got to be at least 7 inches long. No one will ever see him. I'm thinking. About the experience out here. Like when you're out here alone, you know. The only thing you hear is the sound of the waterfall. the water rushing down the hill, the rocks, the boulders, the sounds of the wind. It's weird how it works out here, the frequency though. It's almost like every step you take towards it and away from it, it changes the volume, changes the frequency of the main waterfall. Now think about that. It's almost like you have different levels that you can have touch you, your soul, so you can be connected to it. The different levels of sound within the waterfall. It's almost like you can become part of it. All these different volumes within the frequency. The question is, which one resonates with you? Which box do you have to stand in front of? There's hundreds out here on this one line. It's almost like you have to come out here to find that setting. Everyone is going to be different than the last. Some will share the same frequency, resonate with it, be in harmony with it, be equal with nature, connect with it. Wonder which one is my box, my rectangle, my level. It's crazy because once you get to the falls, the highest of all volumes out here, that's where everybody leans up against the guardrail to look at it. But what about listening to it? How much of your life can it change? I mean, when you're done looking at the falls and stuff, taking pictures, you need to find that frequency that resonates with you. And this is where you stand. If you ask me, that's a lot of people. Tell you what, out of all the times I've been out here, This is one trail I've never been on. And I'm on vacation. You know what that means? This is the first time for everything, right? You're gonna say, you go up there like 3 times a year? Maybe more? And you've never been out here on this side, on this trail. That's gonna change today. It's a different kind of heavy-duty exploring. Well, it just takes us down to the main parking lot. Down there where people like to fish at the pond. You know, the man-made pond. Because I see the sign for it all the time down there. You're going to say, what kept you from doing this thing for the first time in all these years? 10, 12 years, whatever. Well, it's perspective, that's it. The game of perspective, personal perspective. If you're like me and you come out to a place like this and you do like 10 miles, 12 miles, and then you're down there at the bottom in the parking lot, down there by the creek, the bottom of the falls, and you look around and you see this one sign that tells you there's another trail, and you glance up and see the first incline that goes straight up, you give up. About dang time I did this thing. And I'm going to take my time with it too. Of course. Got 3 things right here. Da Vinci style things. Got one of the elders out here chilling, right on the trail. Chestnut oak, probably about 80 years old, probably a lot older than that. And a beautiful piece of art. Look at this thing. But we're not done yet. Of course. It's one beautiful, perfect Da Vinci style spot right here. Always something about it. Check out all these intertwining trails, old and new. Which way do I go? It's not like I can get lost out here anyway. I mean, that looks like the simple way to go. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold up. I see something. Oops. This is why you have to look down. What do I see? Hopefully not any garbage. Well, there's something here. Somebody's doggy poop bag probably. Yeah, we ain't touching that. That thing is quite full. I can't tell if this is a game trail or what, but I see something that's massive out here. Yeah, got another beautiful, large chestnut oak right on the edge here. Check out the size of this one. Man. A little bit bigger than the other ones we just saw. Massive. For, chestnut oak. Great find. For a second there, I thought this one was a ancient trail tree. It's got 3 weird branches at the top that are shaped different than all the other ones. Probably just the wind doing its thing. Dang, that's some heavy duty plastic right there. Huh. Cool. That thing. Yeah, I know. I think it's normal. I think that's natural. Like a lot of them are in the mountainsides. It's a beautiful piece. Another great discovery out here. Welcome to heaven. But we got to keep it that way. Keep this stuff out of it. Birds are probably trying to tell us to get it. Man, you better get that bottle. Shame on people, man. Well, since there are no garbage cans out here on the trail, I guess I'll be the garbage can. For heaven's sake. Man, it's already 5:48. Oh yeah, here's the zigzag. This is what you see at the bottom, and you instantly give up after doing 12 miles. Sounds like I have a personal issue to get over. Should be challenging myself through these heavenly zones. After doing 12 miles out here. Not today, I'm saying in general, like other times. And I always see that sign at the bottom down here where the picnic tables are and stuff. You know, the place where the creek levels out, where the snakes like to hang out on the logs and stuff in the sunshine. And I look at that green diamond, and then I see the incline. I mean, that would be a challenge to overcome right there. They got too many options up in here. Probably wouldn't be doing this thing when it's raining. You'd be slipping and sliding on this Georgia red clay up in here. Unless you had the right shoes on. Dang, now it's starting to look a lot like Vickery Creek with all this going on up in here. I don't know why people don't like taking the stairs. It's safer. Heck, you can see this line on Google Earth. This trail line. Nothing to it. But when it comes to this fabulous place, there's a lot to it. Just one thing I gotta remind myself of, even though it's almost 6 o'clock. Still got a couple more hours, 2.5 to be exact. Gotta remember that I'm parked at the top and not at the easy bottom. And I told myself I didn't feel like climbing the stairs. Going upwards, that is. Ooh, I see a lot of Snow White. What the heck is going on out here? When you see that white, it's time to get hype. Dang, would you look at that hill? Boy. Man, is there ever a massive hill right up in here? Gee, I wonder where they're headed to. The same spot where all the other snakes love to sit. They got competition out here. The incline that scared me most every time I rolled up in this place. And we did that thing. Not all of it, just one side of it. Now we know. Yeah, they practically redid this entire place. Looks like they took up the old asphalt, the uneven asphalt that they just laid down a long time ago. Massive. And now they got this beautiful thing right here. Freshly laid concrete. Wonder if it goes all the way up to the beginning of the staircase. We're about to find out. I'm surprised that they didn't build any jut outs. You know, those little overhangs. You know, the wooden overhangs that they can stand over the falls. I mean, the water. Ooh, check this out. They got everybody all set up in here. Yeah, they took up the stone walkway that was around the man-made lake down there where the water comes together in that pool where people like to fish. Now this is exactly what we donate our money for right here. What our money goes towards right here, man. Brand new. See, like I was talking about earlier when I got these new shoes at the place yesterday. When it comes to stuff that they do like this, it's almost like it buys everybody a new lease on life. You know, think about it. How many times have you been to this place when it was the old asphalt path? The same old thing every time. And they just do this massive upgrade to help build the memories for the future, you know? So when you come back, it's almost like a new place. Giving us a new lease on life for the next 50 to 90 years out here. Don't ask me how I saw it. Ain't nothing like cleaning heaven. Thought I wasn't going to be doing this today. Well, I just left the beacon on top of the hill. The vehicle. Should have had the grabbers. At this time, it might feel more than 425 steps. Maybe I read that wrong. Dang, is this ever so Da Vinci style? I'm going to be feeling it tomorrow. Going to be day 5 of my vacation. It's going to be kayak day. Boy, is the body ever going to rejoice in that? Now that's a tiny little bit of water. I'm going to be sitting up here the rest of the evening until I get booted out due to the darkness. I've never stayed out here past dark. Well, because I live a long way from here. And I get nervous driving down those backcountry roads 65 miles an hour in the dark. You guys crazy. Hope you like that little time lapse I did earlier with the beautiful moving puffy clouds. I like it when they do that out here. Second year in a row, basically. Now I get to feel the sun on my face for the rest of it. Clouds usually move out about this time out here. If it's not going to be perfectly clear, it's usually overcast, especially in summer, late summer. Better hurry up and get my mind right. I got a couple of things to ask that are extremely important. Let's pray that they'll be talking and give us exactly what we need to hear. Seems like somebody dropped something. Better be careful. They were probably reading my mind out here and made me see that. I don't know if I should tell you this or not. Well, earlier today when I was headed back to the vehicle to add some more water to the jug and take a break, after the first time I was up here, waiting for the clouds to clear out so I can take some more heavenly pictures. I mean, not clear out, it got darker for like an hour. And I had an idea. You know how like the high change in places. And it was just a thought that crossed my mind. Maybe they were just trying to tell me that somebody dropped one. But it wasn't me. Welcome to heaven. Imagine falling down this thing, into it. You talk about exponential growth, exponential evolution. Boy. Exponential times 100 since the last time I came out. I mean, it's about 13 feet deep right here. But it's almost like it goes on forever.